All right, steady descent. Watch the port wing clearance. Roger, maintaining current rate, 2 feet to contact.
Approaching contact point, slow it down. We have contact on cradle 1. Chalk blocks ready. All connections secured on this side.
Roger that. Tell the crane operator we are clear to separate.
Heave on the stern line.
Watch the port side, easy now.
Ok, atención todos. La carga es pesada, así que mucho cuidado con los cables. Asegúrense de que las eslingas estén bien sujetas antes de levantar.
All stations, check your rigging.
Shackle 8 secure, pin inserted.
Roger that. Cranes, take the tension slowly.
Keep engine slow.
All right, keep it steady. Slow rotation to starboard. Watch the tension on line 4. Ground control to crane 1. Adjust swing rate to 2 feet per second.
Confirmed. Stabilizing at 2 feet per second.
Bring her down slowly. We're aligned on the cradles.
Roger that. Descent continuing.
And easy stop. Confirm set.
2 feet remaining, hold steady. Bring it down, 50 centimeters. Port side clear, easy on the hydraulics. It's settling now. Clear on the forward cradle. Get the chocks in place.
The corrosion on the lower fuselage is worse than expected.
Yeah, the barnacle clusters are extensive here near the cradles.
Make sure the laser scan covers that entire section.
The reading here is 0.05 millimeters.
0.05, noted. Check the next section up.
Make sure you document the pitting near the engine mounts.
Copy that. The scanner confirms severe corrosion on engine 4.
Look at the pitting here on the starboard side.
Yes, that's worse than we thought. Make a note.
Okay, loosen the tension on line 3.
Copy that. Applying the wrench now.
Watch the cable coming down on the east side.
Keep it steady right there.
Got it. Need more rod?
No, I'm almost through this seam.
Hold it steady right there.
Okay, hitting it now.
Got the bar set, go ahead. We need more coverage on the leading edge.
Copy that, marking it now.
Hold it steady right there.
All right, starting the spray now. Keep that edge tight.
Make sure the P is aligned correctly.
Look straight to me.
How's the coverage on the other side? Easy now, lower it down. Got the left side seated. Looks flush inside, secure it. Okay, bring it left a hair. Copy that, watching the clearance. Looks good from here, keep coming slow.
Check the diagram for the sensor placement on station 4.
It mounts inboard of the pneumatic line.
Okay, bring it up slowly now. A little to the left. Watch the clearance on the right side.
Check the leading edge alignment on the starboard wing.
Looks good from here, Commander. Power up the lights, let's see what we're working with. Got it. Are the cables ready?
Are these wires connected to the correct terminals?
Yes, the diagram matches the Cyrillic labels.
Make sure the airspeed indicator is flush with the panel.
Torque set on the first row. Check the tensioning readout.
Reading confirmed. Fuel bypass engaged and secured.
Okay, the coax is secure on the VHF.
Copy that. Bringing up the nav unit now. Is that the hydraulic override switch?
Yes, verify the crimp is secure before we close it up.
Torque check on the starboard side brackets.
Cable 5 is clear through the bulkhead now.
All right, these pedals are mounted solid.
All right, got the final systems check on 31.
Looks good. Let's clear out.
That alignment looks good. Make sure the bracket seats properly. Torquing it down now. Okay, the actuator pins are aligned.
Got the torque wrench ready, setting it to 75 foot-pounds.
Clear. Moving the elevator now. Looks good.
Are the actuators secured on your side yet?
Almost there, just tightening the last bolt now.
We're clear to lower the main door.
Okay, alignment looks good here. Gasket is set. Engaging the clutch now. All green.
Make sure the alignment is precise before I tighten these. Looks good from here. The connections are secure.
All right, the mount is secure. Powering up the strobe now. Looks good.
Make sure you get all the bubbles out around the edges. Yeah. Almost got this cover secured. It's a tight fit.
That's the last shot of the tail section.
All right, let's start packing up the lights.
Hold it steady while I squeegee this side.
Okay, smooth it down carefully. We don't want any creases.
Resistance on element 4 is reading within tolerance.
Okay, I've got the shot documented. Let's move to the next section.
Tire pressure is exactly to spec, 150 psi.
Brake assembly checks out. Pads and lines are solid.
Check the smoothness right here by the access panel. Looks perfectly flush. The rivet work is superb on this section.
I need a tighter shot on the Cyrillic text.
Adjusting the softbox now.
Make sure the 31 is clear in the wide shot.
Okay, bring the intensity up on the left side. We need to highlight the tactical numbers.
Strobes ready. Everyone clear the frame, please.
Make sure we get the tactical number clearly lit.
The exposure looks good from here. Hold the light steady.
move that panel closer to the nose section. We need more ropes over here.
And if you look closely at the engines here, you'll see the sheer power required.
Wow, look how big it is. It's huge.
As you can see on the display, each engine generates an incredible amount of thrust.
Wow, can it fly really high?
I simply can't believe the scale of this thing.
And the fact that it actually flew just above the water. It's magnificent.
The aerodynamic design of these wings allowed it to ride on a cushion of air just above the water, utilizing the ground effect.
Notice the 8 engine nacelles. These provided the massive thrust needed for takeoff, making it one of the largest aircraft ever built.
The Lun-class Ekranoplan Lancel represents a pinnacle of Cold War engineering, bringing this 400.
Notice the reinforced hull for water landings.
And these aren't just jets, they are Kuznetsov's NK-87 engines.
The Lun-class was a marvel of Soviet engineering.
And this star represents its proud service.